Bob Barker, iconic host of The Price is Right, dies at the age of 99. Bob Barker, who starred for more than 5 consecutive decades as a TV game show host, including 35 as the host of The Price is Right, has died, according to his representative. He was 99 years old. It is with profound sadness that we announce that the world's greatest MC who ever lived, Bob Barker, has left us, publicist Roger Neal said in a statement on Saturday. He had a beautiful life. Barker began his game show hosting career in 1956, when his mentor, producer Ralph Edwards, hired him to host Truth or Consequences. Barker famously used his TV platform to advocate for the rights and well-being of animals, signing off episodes of The Price is Right with what would become his catchphrase, "Help control the pet population, have your pet spayed or neutered." Born in Darrington, Washington on December 12, 1923, Robert William Barker grew up on the Rosebud Indian Reservation in South Dakota, where his mother was a schoolteacher. After his father's death and his mother's remarriage, the family moved to Springfield, Missouri. Barker graduated from high school and Drury University in Springfield, after a stint in the Navy during World War II, and in 1950, moved to Los Angeles to pursue a career in broadcasting. While hosting a radio show on KNX in Los Angeles, Barker's big break came when Edwards noticed his voice and offered him the job hosting Truth in 1956. He continued with the show, which challenged contestants to answer trivia questions and perform silly stunts like learning to ride a unicycle on the spot, until 1974. He simultaneously hosted other short-lived game shows like End of the Rainbow, The Family Game and Simon Says, and also began his legendary run as host of The Price is Right in 1972. The Barker-hosted TPIR was a revival of the Bill Cullen-hosted game show of the same name that aired from 1956 to 65 on NBC, then ABC, and whose announcer was the late Don Pardo. Barker relaunched the series on September 4, 1972, and hosted for the next 35 years, until his June 2007 retirement. In 1988, he became an executive producer on the show, and, in addition to hosting the syndicated nighttime version of TPIR for 3 seasons, he launched a series of primetime specials, The Price is Right $1 Million Spectacular, in 2003. Barker's personal convictions as a vegan and animal rights activist also influences the prizes offered on The Price is Right. He refused to allow fur coats to be given to contestants, a ban that has continued after his retirement, and also banned foreign automobiles, leather goods, and even cars with leather seats. Barker wrote in his 2009 memoirs Priceless Memories that he was often credited with TPIR's success, but that he felt it was simply a universally appealing concept that explained the show's longevity. In addition to the spontaneity and the live atmosphere, the basic premise of the show was strong. Everything we did on the show was based on prices, and everyone identifies with prices, he wrote. You can be a policeman, a doctor, a writer, a cab driver, but you identify with prices. The viewer at home might be standing at an ironing board or feeding an infant or cleaning the house or doing whatever, but once we get into the price guessing phase of the show, they're immediately engaged, thinking to themselves, well, let's see, that should be about $10. Barker's reign atop game show land wasn't without controversy. In 1993, Deanne Parkinson, one of the show's models, dubbed Barker's Beauties, filed an $8 million lawsuit against the host and the show, alleging that Barker had sexually harassed her. Barker alleged that he and Parkinson had a consensual affair, but the model claimed she had been forced to have sex with Barker to avoid being fired, and then was wrongfully fired anyway. A judge dismissed the wrongful termination part of the lawsuit, and let the sexual harassment charge stand. Parkinson dropped the suit in 1995. In 2005, Barker's beauty Holly Hallstrom earned a $3 million settlement after suing Barker and the show for firing her, alleging it was because she gained weight and refused to give interviews supporting Barker during the Parkinson legal battle. Her co-stars, Janice Pennington and Kathleen Bradley, were fired from the show in 1999, and received out-of-court settlements after publicly accusing the show of firing them after they testified on Hallstrom's behalf in her suit against TPIR. Barker won 19 Daytime Emmy Awards, including a record 14 statues as Outstanding Game Show Host, and is a member of the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences Hall of Fame. Time magazine named him the greatest game show host of all time in 2007, and after the taping of TPR's 5,000th episode in 1998, Stage 33 at CBS Television City in Los Angeles was renamed Bob Barker Studio. Other highlights of his Hollywood career include emceeing the Tournament of Roses parade from 1969 to 1988, winning an MTV Movie Award in 1996 for Best Fight Scene for his brawl with Adam Sandler in the movie Happy Gilmore, and returning to The Price is Right on December 12, 2013 to celebrate his 90th birthday. Rest in peace, you'll be truly missed. Go ahead and like, share, and comment on this video.